Alright everybody, welcome to the Rat Dissection analysis by your one and only Britton Burke. So to get this started, I'll show us a picture of the rat we dissected. So this is the rat we dissected. I already labeled it. So we have a male rat right here. And you can tell because rats have very large scrotums. And so this male right here, as you can see, has a very large one that covers where the tail is, and so that's going to be your scrotum right there. And so very large, and so that was our first sign that this rat was a male. But so just externally on this rat, you can see that it has 4 limbs, all jointed. You can see it has a mouth, whiskers, and has a really long tail. And so the tail of a rat differs from the tail of fish and like a perch, because the tail on a perch is used for locomotion, whereas the tail of a rat is used mainly for balance and defense. And I don't know why, but I always think of defense, I always think that little mouse from Narnia that has a sword and like slashes the bad guys with it. But that's not what this rat kind of is. It just uses it mainly for balance when it's climbing on things and super high up. And so the rat feels almost kind of like it has scales on it, but it's really rough skin with teeny tiny little hairs on it. And so that's kind of how it differs from the caudal fin of a perch. And so next, the muscles we were able to identify when we cut open this rat is we were able to identify the biceps femoris, the triceps, the actual biceps on the arms, the abdomen, the pectorals. And so those are like the outer muscles we're able to see from the outside. And those muscles are all mainly used for locomotion, for moving this rat to and from the places, finding food and hunting the food. And so here we see that the rat is split into 2 sections. You have the thoracic cavity on the very top, and you have the abdominal cavity on the bottom. And so I'll come in a little closer. So here in the thoracic cavity, that's going to contain the heart and the lungs. And then in the abdominal cavity is all the other organs in the body: the liver, the kidneys, the stomach, the intestines, all the other glands that are in there. So those are all in the abdominal, abdominal cavity. Perfect. Next slide. And so right here we have the diaphragm, so you can see in there. And so basically what we do is we cut open on the ribs, and so I'll go back if I can figure out how to do that. Yeah, so right here is the view we're going to look at, is in there, and so that is going to be our diaphragm right there. So perfect. So I'll go over a bit, boom. And so now we have the heart, and so the heart is, zoom on that little circle right there. It's that little bump, that thingy, boop. And so that's the heart, and so that's where we're gonna have our that's gonna pump the blood through this rat. And then we have the lungs, and so the lungs are on either side, just the heart's pulled out, but it's bam, bam, lung, boom. And we have the esophagus, and so the esophagus is gonna be that little tube right there, boop. Next picture, we have our liver. So this is our liver right here. And then we have the stomach is gonna be this one, so bam, stomach. And then we have pancreas on the top right there, gallbladder down below. And then we have our small intestine right here, large intestine right there. Boom. And then we have our kidneys is little bean. And then the vesicular glands is that one and that one. And then right there is going to be our bladder. And so to explain the way the airflow real fast is we have the nostrils go to the nasal cavity, and then to the pharynx, and then to the larynx. Sorry, the P got cut off in my thing. And then it goes to the trachea into the bronchi, and then it flows into the alveoli, and that's where gas exchange takes place inside the rat. Perfect. Sorry, my thing is. All right, and so rats do have a complete digestive system because they have a mouth and an anus, which is the biggest giveaway for a complete digestive system. And to compare this with an arthropod, is they both have digestive systems, but a difference is that the arthropod has a digestive gland and a stomach, while the rat has a stomach and small and large intestines. And then, so our previous identification of this rat was male, and that was correct because it had the scrotum. And as we cut those in, I'll go back to a side, we can see that a little better. And so you see, that's the inside of the scrotum. That's where we're able to see the sex glands. And so this was an actual scrotum. And so we see that right there, the scrotum is, and those reproductive glands are not a part of the urinary tract. They're just not, they're not connected to the urinary tract. They're a completely different system. They're part of the reproductive system and not the urinary system. And then the blood flow from the heart, I'll go back to that picture that has the heart in it. So there's the heart, so you can see it was a talk about it. And so the pathway of blood in the heart is the blood goes to the is the blood flows into the right atrium through the inferior vena cava and then to the superior vena cava. Blood then flows through the right atrium to the right ventricle through the tricipute valve. Blood is then pumped through the pulmonary semilunar valve and into the pulmonary trunk where the blood travels to the lungs. Blood then flows around through the pulmonary arteries to the lungs where it is oxygenated, and then once it's oxygenated, it will return back through to the lungs, to the left atrium, into the and so the heart has 4 chambers. I forgot to mention that. And then it flows to the left atrium out through the 4 pulmonary veins, and then it's going to flow through that left atrium into the left ventricle, and then that's when it starts to flow through the heart and spread all the way around through everything. Perfect. Let me just double check, make sure I answered all those questions real fast. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, and so the one last thing is I'll show you these the pathways. And so one evolutionary advantage to this versus the earthworm is, so the earthworm is going to be underground where it's not going to have a lot of oxygen flow in the air. And so the earthworm can't breathe air through, like, as the rat can, because it's underground. Whereas the rat is above ground and it can easily get air through its things. And the rat's going to need a lot more air because it's going to be a lot more motive. And it's moving around hunting prey, which means its muscles are going to be activating, which means a lot more oxygen to produce ATP to get the body going.